Hey, we always live Elvis.
Hey, MMK
Teresa.
and today we'll start off with a quick shout out to Jennifer Staggs. Happy birthday, girl. Hope you have a good one. And with that, y'all, hey, we're going to get into some questions. Teresa?
All right, Stacy Colley. Do you remember a time when a storm came through at Graceland?
Yeah, and speaking of storms, we'll talk about that in a minute. That was a good question. Storms, I'm going to be honest, at Graceland really didn't. I don't remember really being able to hear, the storm. I mean, we knew it was, and two, if the power went off, they had a generator and stuff. But and most of the time, we were down in the pool room, which is, I guess you would call like a basement and all. So you just didn't really, from my memories, just didn't really know that it was a storm going on. Of course, when you was having fun at Graceland, you didn't know or really care what was going on.
You didn't know nothing about the outside world.
Now, since we're on storms,
Ooh, we had some
y'all,
nasty
it has been wild, and we won't take up a lot of time on it. But just want to reach out. There's so many people. We had, if it wasn't the worst, it's the worst one that I remember, outbreaks of tornadoes across the area. And I mean, just
all the way up
everywhere.
to
Me and
Chicago.
Teresa was watching, on news live YouTube, and I mean, every time it was just one popping up, one popping up. But our hearts want to go out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we've seen some of the footage.
It's heartbreaking. It really is.
Yes, and I mean, we had, a major one last week. They're talking about, more possible this week. So all I can say, y'all, is our prayers are with you.
Mm-hmm.
We're wishing the best for you, and for the future coming up, y'all try to stay as safe as you can.
And some have asked, so your mom and daddy are fine. Danielle and Nolan and Lainey are fine.
Yes.
I think we all had close calls.
Yes.
I know one hit West Tupelo.
Yeah, we actually had some damage in Tupelo. Had
really
some up
seen it
around
yet,
Danielle's and them's pretty close.
in Memphis. I
Yeah,
think there was some in Memphis, yeah.
pretty close. So, like I said, it was a late night. But wait, we'll get back into some more questions.
All right, Ashlim. Was Elvis interested in cooking?
No, I would have to say. I mean, I just
Oh, yeah.
that just one thing that wasn't Elvis's thing, and then Elvis, like I said, just wasn't his. He wouldn't have really cooked. I don't think.
Yeah, your mom and daddy have said that before,
Yeah.
too. Kathy. When Elvis moved to different houses, did you move to different schools?
No, I think what you mean is growing up through life, and when we moved and lived in California and in various places, during that time was young and wasn't old enough to start school. When we got old enough to start school, we stayed and lived in the Memphis area, and if there was a time Daddy didn't go on tour and stuff, and even if he did, my grandparents or my aunts, somebody would always kind of, I guess if you call babysitter, keep us, but that's the best I guess I can answer that one.
John Kaufman, how does it feel to be 60?
How does it feel to be 60?
Old.
Watch your mouth, girl.
Oh.
It feels good.
Well, you made it to 60, so that's got to be.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what really feels
That's
good
gotta
is
be
I
good.
made it to 60. And those of you out there know and older, but to me, it's like my mind's still mid-20s, early 30s, saying, yeah, and your body's saying, don't do it.
You're
I'm
right.
telling you now.
Don't even think about it.
I'm going to make you pay for it. So it's kind of like that, but I still, I mean, feel good and enjoying life. So, but appreciate that question. Speaking of which, before we get off on it, talking about age and Valen, You know, and I know I've been on it, but I got to pick on her. I get it. Just and y'all tell me if y'all had this problem with your wives or your better half or whatever. But
Or whatever.
you know, I get tickled myself sometimes, and I was up late last night and it just kind of rolled across me. But Teresa can be aching, and I mean it'll be, you know, heating pad here, there, and to me sometimes just, you know, almost seems like on the verge of death, and then all of a sudden it can come a certain store day that we go to that has big sales. But boy, you talking about the greatest healer. So
Look,
hey y'all,
there are some things worth suffering for.
Yeah, well,
and there are some things that are not.
if your wives or girlfriends or your better half is feeling bad or sick, pop a clearance ad in front of their face and watch how dang fast they get well.
Well,
it's an amazing healer.
Not every woman likes to
greatest healer.
shop, so.
But y'all, I had
Goober.
to throw that. It just I was laying there watching TV thinking about it. And I
Last time that day came up, you were the one ready to go because I was going to stay home. So, you know, it's not just me. Okay, let's do the last question.
All right, let's do it.
From Tammy Parsons. She wants to know,
Excuse me.
whose daughter is older? Danielle's. I guess they're talking about Lainey.
No.
They want to know if Danielle.
Whose Danielle is older, is the way I read the question. And that's what she's talking about is my Danielle or Lisa Marie's Danielle.
Oh, okay.
Riley's name is really
Okay.
Danielle.
Okay.
Danielle Riley, I think it goes. So my Danielle's older. How much older? I know somebody's probably going to ask that question, and I don't know it right now, but I'll find out if the question comes in. But hey,
She
y'all,
might not want to say her age now.
really, like I said, and not make excuses, but we've had just a lot going on in the past week as far as storms and this and that. So hey, all I'm going to say is we're going to get back on schedule here, and we appreciate each and every one of you. We love you. Also, too, you know, that what is it, Teresa? That special thanks.
Oh, super thanks.
Super thanks,
Yeah,
donation
thank
thing.
you
Y'all, we
to our super
we
thanks
really
supporters.
appreciate that. And y'all don't have to do that, but it does help, and we appreciate it a lot. So thank y'all that has supported us that way too. And hey, keep sending in them questions, and let's keep rocking and rolling with these videos. And hey, Teresa.
Nope, we can't do it this time. We have someone else doing it.
You know what? That's right. And real quick, before we lead into the end, I'm going to let somebody else end it. And this is a good friend of ours. Real quick, he used to live in New York. He's a super, super great man. He's a super great part of the Elvis family. And I'm going to leave it with him. Go.
William, I'm from Florida, and I always live Elvis.